South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind. We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Jon was the most incredible person I'd ever met. Aviation was Jon's love and passion. He was present as a Marine and present as a dad, as a husband. It was a normal, ordinary Wednesday for us. When I was picking up my daughter from daycare, my friend that I would carpool with mentioned that there was an aircraft that went down. In an instant, your life does change. And you, especially having children, have to decide, how am I gonna do this? I got a message from a friend, and they said, there's this foundation called Tunnel to Towers. And they said on TV that they're gonna pay for your and Jon's mortgage. And it just felt like a frozen moment in time that I'd never forget. I'm so grateful for that.
By giving $11 a month, you're joining us on our mission to do good. Go to T2T.org. It only takes $11 a month to make a positive impact.
The Southern California Thoroughbred Racing Circuit is back at Los Alamitos Racecourse with 2 great weeks of racing. Opening day is Friday, December 6th. First post is 12:30 p.m. The meet will include the Starlet for fillies on Saturday, December 7th, and the Los Alamitos Futurity on Saturday, December 14th, plus 2 other stakes events for juveniles. And our on-track handicapping contest is set for Saturday, December 14th. You could win a seat to the National Handicapping Championship in Las Vegas. Our daytime Thoroughbred meet opens on December 6th.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program for this Saturday. We come to you live and direct from the gaming capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, right here at our studio station, South Point Studios at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex in Las Vegas Boulevard here in Las Vegas. And, of course, at the YouTube South Point Studios streaming network as well. We welcome you to the show. We also welcome all of the other listeners that we have in many different platforms that we have, and we welcome them individually every day. I know it sounds like really repetitious, but we want to make sure we welcome everybody no matter how you're listening to us or watching us or being with us. And so that includes all of the folks here in town that are listening over our local radio station here, Sports Talk 1400 AM, 107.1 FM. They'll have the play-by-play of the Rams games on Sports Talk 1400 AM. We welcome you to the show if you're listening, running around town on a chilly morning here in Las Vegas. And, of course, everybody that jumps on our websites, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas, .world, .global. And, of course, your devices, your iPhone, Androids, and your Google phones that you have, your devices. And you can get the apps at your app store. KSHP app will allow you to listen over through the radio signal. And the YouTube app, of course, you can watch and listen to us on the YouTube app as well on your devices. And, so, of course, anywhere else you get your podcasting. We're there, too. So welcome to the show no matter how you get us, whenever you get us, wherever you get us. Well, we're wrapping up the National Finals Rodeo here in town. Tonight will be the last performance of the 10 consecutive performances that's been happening here in Las Vegas. I can only tell you that it's just a lot of fun having the Cowboys here. And, of course, they'll wrap it up with the performance tonight, the last go-round, and, of course, tomorrow will be the big closing ceremonies, etc. And so for the last weekend here for the Cowboys, we have immensely enjoyed you here, and we still got a weekend to go, though. And, of course, I want to remind everybody, too, that we're getting, 11 days till Christmas now? Today's the 14th. So what's happening here is coming up this weekend, tomorrow will be, Aqueduct will have its last racing day tomorrow until after the holiday. Southern California, Los Alamitos, as you know, closes tomorrow. And then we won't have racing in Southern California until after Christmas, the holiday, when racing resumes on the day after Christmas, the 26th of December at Santa Anita. So a lot of the major racetracks that we cover will be kind of closing down for the holiday. Everybody's got to go out shopping, right? Is everybody done with their shopping? I know I haven't even started. So, and enjoying the holiday festivities. So, but we will have shows. We'll have shows all next week, Wednesday through Sunday. And then, of course, Monday and Tuesday will be off as usual. And on Christmas Day, Wednesday will be off. And then we'll be ready to kick out the jams on the Thursday, December 26th. And so that's the way it goes here. But, we'll still have some racing. Of course, we'll have racing at Gulfstream Park, etc. But we're wrapping up most of the meets here on this weekend until after the Christmas Day holiday. Do want to remind everybody at the top of the show here that Pleasanton is not running today. They were expecting a lot of rain up there, and taking a look at the weather map, there's a lot of rain coming through the Northwest and Northern California, right through Central California. There's a lot of snow up in the four corners of Utah, Nevada, and Idaho, north part of the western part of the United States, Northwest. And for the most part, all of that stuff that happened on the East Coast has cleared out. But now we have major storms going through the Texas, northern part of Louisiana. Arkansas is getting soaked up. So you're probably going to have off weather today at Oaklawn Park, right up into Iowa, etc. And so that's where the bad weather is right now. And of course, in the Upper Plain Stakes, they are dealing with freezing weather up there. I mean, it is really cold up in the Upper Plain States. For example, well, even Chicago is only going to be 39. That's going to be the high today in Chicago. You got International Falls, the high is only going to be 27 degrees up there. So you can see that it's a lot of, in fact, it's pretty cold all over the country. Right now here in Las Vegas, it's 40 degrees outside. We're outside here at 40 degrees. We're going to get up to 63, though, today here in Las Vegas. Always reminding you is fast, firm, and perfect, of course, in the race books here. Not a problem. New Orleans, 71. Miami, 77. You lucky people there. How about Tampa Bay? 78 degrees today. Wow. And then in Phoenix, Arizona, 70. Los Angeles, where, of course, Orange County is, and, of course, Los Alamitos. It's going to be 66 degrees there today. So it's wet. We're getting into the winter time. It's really that simple. But those are the weather conditions as far as racing is concerned. I would have to say that the off tracks are probably between Oaklawn Park and maybe the fairgrounds. We don't know. But other than that, it should be good racing all over. Let's check out and see what's going on in New York. Track's fast. It's going to be sunny and beautiful at Aqueduct today. At post time, they say it's going to be 33 degrees there. So although it's just about freezing, it's cold there, but it's going to be fast on the track there at Aqueduct and certainly in Southern California at Los Alamitos. Want to congratulate Tyler Gaffleone, who got his 2,500 victory, 2,500 lifetime victories in his career yesterday. So we want to welcome him, congratulate him to that plateau. And he's going to have a lot more, that's for sure. And the 1999 Belmont Stakes winner, Lemon Drop Kid, remember him? Lemon Drop Kid has passed away. He was 28 years old. Long time. That's a long life for horses. But Lemon Drop Kid passed away. And listen to this. Up at Saratoga, on their famous training track, the Oklahoma track. It's a dirt track. It's a famous, it's their famous workout track. And the Oklahoma training track. All of 2023 and so far up until today in 2024, there have been over 14,461 workouts over the Oklahoma training track, and not one fatality of all of those horses that worked out on the Oklahoma track. Now that's pretty good. That's a pretty good deal there. Just had to mention that. And mentioning some streaks, how about Bob Baffert? Los Alamitos Futurity is today. Baffert has won this race. Now remember, it was the Hollywood Futurity at one time. And then when Hollywood Park closed down, they brought the race over to Los Alamitos, and it became the Los Alamitos Futurity. But this particular race, this Futurity in Southern California, Baffert has won 14 times. 14 times in his career. It's a record, no doubt. And he's won 11 out of the last 16. So, and he's got 3 horses in the 5-horse field today. So we're looking at Baffert just extending the streak. But you never know. There are 2 other horses in the race that could give him a hard time. Today, by the way, reminding you that today, by the way, is that synthetic championship races out at Turfway Park. Turfway Park has 4 races, 4 championship races on the synthetic. And it's the first time they've ever had a exclusive championship races, stakes races, for horses that compete on synthetics only. 53 horses have total entered across the 4 synthetic championship races. 4 horses entered with career earnings greater than $1 million. That includes Stiletto Boy at $1.8 million, Howard Wolowitz at $1.2 million, Manny Wah at $1 million, and One Time at $1 million. There are 3 Grade 1 winners competing. Howard Wolowitz, of course, in the Holiday Cheer, Exalted in the Prairie Bayou, and Stiletto Boy in the Prairie Bayou as well. 10 wins by Dana's Beauty, the most by any horse entered today. That one goes in the My Charmer, and is the favorite at 2-1 in the My Charmer. The highest synthetic earnings among horses is by Dana's Beauty, and so she, $344,000 $535 there. And consecutive wins in the holiday cheer for trainer Bill Morey, who's seeking his third with Scherflin today. Scherflin is entered as an also eligible on the race there today, but Bill Morey has won 2 of those holiday cheers. Remember, Bill Morey used to train in Northern California. And 16 years since trainer Mike Maker earned his first Prairie Bayou Stakes victory with Canela. Maker also won the race 3 years ago with Cross Border. He has Paros entered in this year's edition of the Prairie Bayous. Just some statistics on the big synthetic championship coming up today at Turfway Park. All right, let's take a look at what happened yesterday. Aqueduct. Yesterday at Aqueduct, Joey J came up with a winner for us in the third race with Run and Ray. That horse paid $7.20. One of the link-ups ran second, so the dollar exacta paid $8.80. That was the second win on the day. It was only the third race of the day, but that was the second win on the day for trainer Gustavo Rodriguez. He also won the second race with Manny Franco and with a $6.70 horse, winning in the second race there. Linda Rice had a big day. Linda Rice had 3 wins on the card. She won the first race with Jose Lascano at $6.50. Came back in the 6th race with Kendrick Carmouche at $6.20, and then won the 7th race with Eric Hansel paying $13.40. Carmouche's win with Linda Rice in the 6th race represented his 3rd win of the day already. He won half of the first 6 races at Aqueduct. He also won the 3rd race aboard Gustavo's horse with Jerry Jackowitz picks, and he won the 5th race on a 2-year-old maiden Flamer that paid $3.10. So it was a big day there. Manny Franco also had 3 wins on the card. Manny Franco won the 2nd race, the first of Gustavo Rodriguez's wins, and then came back and won the 9th race on a Brad Cox trainee at $4.80. Capped off the day with the 10th and final race winner, I should say, for George Weaver, paying $14.20. So Rodriguez had a couple of wins. Linda Rice had 3. And Franco had 3, and so did Kendrick Carmouche. Multiple winners yesterday at Aqueduct. Oaklawn Park, Ramon Vasquez had a couple of wins. He started out his winners in the 6th race for Mark Cassidy, paid $9.20, came back in the 8th race, paying $11.40 for trainer Peter Miller, who has horses there at Oaklawn. But Mark Cassidy won back-to-back races. He also won the race after Vasquez won for him, the 7th race, with Christian Torres that paid $5.20. And Christian Torres had 3 wins on the card yesterday at Oaklawn. He wins the 7th race with Cassie at $5.20, came back in the 9th race for Thomas Vance, paid $21.80. And in the 10th and final race, he takes home Cozy Maboy at $6 even there at Oaklawn yesterday. Los Alamitos, Southern California. Efren Hernandez had a couple of wins yesterday. He won the 5th race, paying $12 even on a horse that was owned and trained by Martin Valenzuela Jr., that $12 winner in the 5th race. And then Hernandez came back in the 7th race with Falabella for Eric Kruljack, paid $50.20. That was the race that Jonathan Ardern and Jon Lindo and Bob Mieszerski gave us horses in that race. Ardern's and Lindo's horse ran second in the race, was super enticing. And if you remember, at the end of the show when I was giving out the picks, Jerry Jackowitz mentioned that in that race with those 3 handicappers picking horses in that race, he said you might want to check out the power page. He had 2 star horses in the race as well. One of the star horses was Bob Mieszerski's pick. The other star horse that paid $50.20 was a star horse on his sheet, Falabella, winning the 7th. Richie Ang came with another chalky winner in the 8th and final Big Summer with Umberto Rispoli, paid $2.80. The pick 6 yesterday at Los Al paid $2,335.60 there. And if you were just taking a look at 2 of the winners yesterday, the $12 winner in the 5th race and the $50 winner in the 7th race, both those horses had recent 1,000-yard runs at Los Alamitos. Their last race was the 1,000-yard races at Los Alamitos. They came back and won those races yesterday. You might want to keep that as a handicapping tool. Remington Park, big night at Remington Park. 12 races, and of course, you know the Springboard Mile. We were talking about that had Kentucky Derby, 10 Kentucky Derby points there. And the winner of the Springboard Mile was Cole Battle, who came from off the pace and won. And he really charged down the middle of the stretch for Juan Vargas and wins it for Lonnie Briley, paying $15.80, outrunning Speed King, who did just that. He was on the lead all the way and just couldn't hold off the closing charge of Cole Battle. Speed King, the favorite, finished second, and Dominant Spirit was third. Stuart Elliott had a big day of the stakes races at Remington, although he didn't take the big one. He won 3 of those stakes races in a row. He won the Jim Thorpe with Red Mountain that paid $23.40, came back in the Toby Keith with Glee and paid $2.40 for Steve Asmussen, and then came back in the 10th race, She's All In Stakes with Flashy Lass for his 3rd win in a row, and Steve Asmussen's 2nd win in a row. That horse was the filthy favorite in the race and paid $2.20. Other winners of the stakes races, the You See It Stakes won by Miss Cole West, Floyd Weatherby Jr.'s 3rd win on the day, paying $2.10 there. And the Jeffrey A. Hawken Memorial, the winner there was C.W. Prize with Richard Ramia, paying $11 even. That's what happened last night at Remington Park. All right, well, we got Jonathan Ardoon with us. Bob Mieszerski is going to stop by for Los Alamitos. Rich Eng is under the weather today, folks. He's got some stomach flu or something, but he is under the weather, so we're going to pass on Richie today. He is in bed, and we hope him well, and hopefully it's just a 24-hour bug, and we'll get him back tomorrow. Jon Lindo is with us, though, and so is Jerry Jackowitz. And, of course, we have your racing menu coming up next. So don't go away. Our handicappers and the racing menu come up next. And don't forget, get to the South Point Studios streaming network at YouTube. Hit the race day icon there. Get started there. And, of course, the chat box is going strong. If you haven't already chatted there, just hit subscribe. It's free. And once you subscribe, you can get in the chat box and start chatting away. We got handicappers there as well that are starting to pick some horses, too. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
The Southern California Thoroughbred Racing Circuit is back at Los Alamitos Racecourse with 2 great weeks of racing. Opening day is Friday, December 6th. First post is 12:30 p.m. The meet will include the Starlet for Fillies on Saturday, December 7th, and the Los Alamitos Futurity on Saturday, December 14th, plus 2 other stakes events for juveniles. And our on-track handicapping contest is set for Saturday, December 14th. You could win a seat to the National Handicapping Championship in Las Vegas. Our daytime Thoroughbred meet opens on December 6th.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas, and we'll go right to the racing menu today. As I said, the weather right now, big weather across the country in most places, is going to be the cold temperatures, but that's about it. Like we said, Pleasanton is not running today. They have decided to take the day off because of the heavy rain going through that area. They're going to take today's racing program at Pleasanton, push it over to tomorrow. So no Pleasanton. And, of course, there might be off-tracks in places like fairgrounds, etc. All right, here's the, and certainly Oaklawn Park. All right, here's the menu of racetracks available today in the Racebook Simulcast Center's racetracks around the country. Reminding you, we always do, that the first post times we broadcast on the show each and every day in this racing menu are the first post times as they will run in the Pacific time zone, because that's where we're at here in Las Vegas. We're in the Pacific time zone. And so these will be the first post times that roll out in our race books today. If you're listening anywhere else on many different platforms around the world in so many different time zones, that whatever time zone you're in, adjust it from your time zone to the Pacific time zone, then you won't miss anything, like I miss Mom and Dad, okay? And we'll go right to the racing menu for today. We begin with Aqueduct, the Big A in New York, as I say. The track's going to be fast there, but it'll be cold at Aqueduct. Aqueduct's first post time is 8:40. In the races today, they got 10 races. And the New York Stallion Stakes Series is the big 2 races today. They're both $500,000 races for New York breds. The 8th race will be the Great White Way division for 2-year-olds at 7 furlongs, 10 before scratches. We'll get those in a moment. And the 9-5 favorite there is Sacrosanct with Manny Franco aboard in that one. The 9th race is the 5th Avenue division for 2-year-old fillies at 7 furlongs. 12 horses go in that race before any scratches. And the favorite in the morning line at 3-1 is Boston's Finest with Manny Franco aboard. So Franco might have a big day today in the stakes races at Aqueduct. First post time for the 10 races at the Big A is set at 8:40 this morning. Early post time, 40 minutes after we go off the air. All right, Gulfstream Park has a Rainbow Pick 6 jackpot carryover, a big one, $280,267. $280,267 in the Rainbow Jackpot carryover there at Gulfstream. 11 races and a first post time of 9:20. Got a couple of stakes races. They're the Tropical Park Oaks and the Tropical Park Derby. The Tropical Park Oaks will be the 8th race at a mile and 16th for 3-year-old fillies on the turf. Overflow field in that one. A favorite on the morning line. A lukewarm at that at 7-2 is See You Around with Ired Ortiz Jr. And then the 11th and final race will be the Tropical Park Derby for 3-year-olds at a mile and 16th on the turf. 14 are also entered in that one before any scratches. The 9-5 favorite there is Pagino with Ired Ortiz Jr. aboard. So Ired's sitting on both favorites in both of those races today. First post time at Gulfstream is at 9:20. 9:20 at Gulfstream with that nice big Pick 6 Rainbow jackpot carryover. Laurel Park is next. Laurel Park has 9 races today, and Laurel Park has a small Pick 6 jackpot carryover of $5,121. First post time is at 9:25. Tampa Bay Downs is next. Tampa Bay Downs Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $21,234. 10 races today. A couple of stakes races. The Florida Sires Series races there for Florida breds. The City of Ocala division is the 6th race on the card. 7 furlongs. Fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, a field of 7. 4-5 favorite there is Nick's Style with Junior Alvarado aboard. And then earlier in the day, the second race is the first of the 2 stakes races in the Florida Series Sires Series Stakes. That's the Marion County division. Colts and Geldings, 3-year-olds and up at 7 furlongs. Just 6 go in that race. And the 8-5 favorite there is Loco Abarrio with Junior Alvarado aboard. 10 races today at Tampa Bay. And a first post time, Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $21,234. And a super high 5 carryover of $3,521 there as well. Tampa Bay Downs first post time is at 9:25. Woodbine is next. Woodbine has 11 races today. They wrap it up at Woodbine, I think, this weekend for their long season there. Today, the La Previant is the 9th and featured at a mile and 16th for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. Just a 6-pack there, just 6 go. Fashionably Fab is the even money favorite there. That's the 9th on the card, 11 races overall at Woodbine. First post time is at 10:10 at Woodbine. They have a Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $11,295 for their Pick 6 jackpot carryover at Woodbine, okay? Their super high 5 jackpot carryover, $67,430. Woodbine today. Oak Lawn Park has 10 races. The Mistletoe Stakes is the 9th and featured at a mile for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. 7 go to the post before scratches. 8-5 favorite there is Taxed with Christian Torres aboard. First post time at Oak Lawn Park today is at 10:30 at Oak Lawn. Fairgrounds. They have the Louisiana Champions Day of Racing, and you know it's the Louisiana bred races. 10 races, and 7 of them are Louisiana Champions Day stakes races. The first one will be the $150,000 Louisiana Champions Day Classic at a mile and 1/8 for 3-year-olds and up. This stakes race sees 5 in it. But the 3-5 favorite in this race, Touch Upon a Star, is going for his 3rd consecutive Classic win today. This horse is 11 for 13 in state-bred restricted stakes races. He is the son of a legendary stallion there, Star Guitar, and Touch Upon a Star will try to make it 3 in a row in the Classic, and that is the 3rd race on the card. The Lassie for 2-year-old fillies will be the 5th. The Juvenile for 2-year-olds will be the 6th. The Turf on the Turf will be the 7th. Hopefully it'll be on the Turf, is the 7th. The Ladies Sprint will be the 8th. The Ladies Turf, hopefully on the Turf there, will be the 9th. And the Sprint will be the 10th and final race today at the Fairgrounds. Fairgrounds first post time for the big Louisiana Champions Day racing is at 10:45. Los Alamitos has 9 races today. Los Al does. And their first post time is at 12:30. The Los Alamitos Futurity is their feature race. It's the 8th on the card. 5 go to the post in this one. 3 trained by Bob Baffert. They will be numbers 1, 2, and 3. And in the race, number 1, Gaming, is the 2-5 morning line favorite with Flavian Pratt, who is riding this one today at Los Alamitos. Maybe thinking ahead for the Derby. We'll wait and see. Gaming, of course, finished 2nd in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. He's the big favorite in the Los Al Futurity. That's the 8th race on the card. 9 races overall at Los Al and a first post time of 12:30. Delta Downs has 9 races. First post time is 2:50. Turfway Park has a great card today. I know it's synthetic, but Turfway Park has 9 races today. And of those 9 races, most of them have overflow full fields in them. It's the Turfway Park Synthetic Champions Day. And the 4 champions races, the championship races, will be the 4th race, the My Charmer at a mile and 16th for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, a field of 11 before scratches. 2-1 favorite there is Dana's Beauty, as we said. Luis Saez going to Turfway to ride today. And he'll be riding on Dana's Beauty there in the My Charmer. The 5th race will be the Holiday Inaugural at 6 furlongs for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. A field of 14 before scratches. 3-1 favorite there is Upper Case with Evan Roman aboard there, Upper Case, in the 5th. The 6th race will be the Prairie Bayou at a mile and 16 for 3-year-olds and up. Another field of 14s have entered in that one. And the 3-1 favorite in that race is Wadsworth with Laurent Guru aboard. So the big riders are coming out for the big money there at Turfway. And the 7th race, the Holiday Cheer, 6 furlongs for 3-year-olds and up, another field of 14. And the favorite at 5-2 is Howard Wolowitz from the rail. 9 races at Turfway. Big racing night tonight at Turfway. And a first post time, Turfway Park, first post time is at 2:55. 2:55 for the big card tonight at Turfway Park. They have a Super High 5 carryover there. Regular Super High 5 carryover. $1,786. Charlestown is next on the menu. Charlestown has a first post time today of 4 p.m. for their 9 races. And then the Los Alamitos quarter horse card kicks in at 5:55. They have 8 races tonight at Los Al. 1 thoroughbred race, 3 mixed quarter horse and thoroughbred races, one of which is a mixed breed stakes race. It's the $50,000 Winter Championship at 1,000 yards for 3-year-olds and up. That's the 4th race. And then they have 4 quarter horse races. And the big quarter horse race of the day is the $600,000 Grade 1 Champion of Champions Stakes at 440 yards for 3-year-olds and up. A field of 10 in that one. Jesse Goodwine is the 2-1 favorite in that. First post time, 5:55 at Los Al tonight with a pick 6 carryover. Well, they seed the pick 6 tonight at $10,000. $10,000 in the pick 6 pot already tonight at Los Al. 2 big cards today at Los Alamitos. And that's your racing menu. Now let's go to Jonathan Ardoon standing by. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How are you?
Well, I know that you don't handicap the synthetic racetracks, but we do have the big jockeys going out there because they're there because of the big money. It's going to be an interesting night, I think, tonight at Turfway Park.
Yeah, you could be sure there'll be plenty of prices, plenty of upsets. They have full fields, and horses running on that stuff for the first time. It's not so easy, but good races to watch, good races to bet. I wouldn't go crazy. I would bet small and hope to hit big.
Bet small and hope to hit big. I like that. Now, the fairgrounds is having one of their big, state-bred championship days of racing down there. But the weather that I've been seeing on the weather map, that's got to be an off track today at fairgrounds.
Well, that's what they're saying, I guess. And that track, when it rains, they come right off the grass. They don't waste any time. They take them right off the turf. So pay attention and be on top of it.
Now, I don't want to get cards and letters from environmentalists, okay?
Yeah.
But when you're watching the races on the simulcast at the fairgrounds, they've got some of the hugest trees that are right in the infield, and you see the horses break from the gate, and then it's you can't see anything for a while. Then you get into a little patch, and then you're just figuring out and then it goes behind another tree. I would suggest that maybe don't cut down the trees because they're
Use the drone shot.
Use something other than passing by a tree that you can't see anything. Either use a drone.
The drone shot.
Right.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, and you can bring the drone down inside the turf course where it can go along where you can see it's almost like a pan shot, but you just lose the horses for a while there when they run and it in every race, because the sprint race is the same thing, the route race is the same thing, but a lot of fun.
They're going to make you the producer there, Ralph. They're going to make you the producer. You're going to get a new career. You have enough careers. We're going to add one more.
No. I'm on my way lowering my capacity, not hiring it. Bringing it higher. That's for sure. What are we doing today?
Well, let's go to Aqueduct. Look at the 9th race. By the way, they have 2 races today for $500,000. They're New York Stallion stake races. They seed the pot. It's for New York breds to encourage, New York bred breeding. It's not like any of these horses are real superstars yet, but they're lightly raced, and you get an opportunity to run for a lot of money, so why not? We're going to look at the 9th race, one of those New York Stallion Stakes races for the radio. It's the 2-year-old filly version. And I like the number 12 horse in here, Stone Smuggler. This is a 2-year-old filly from the George Abreu barn. Rider switch today to Jose Lascano. She's listed at 7-2 on the morning line. 3 career starts. She's improved in each and every one of them. She draws a good outside box. She's got enough speed to control things from out there. I like number 12, Stone Smuggler, to win today's 9th race out at Aqueduct.
Jose Lascano aboard in the 9th race there, number 12, Stone Smuggler. And since it's a one-turn event from the outside 7 furlongs, that's a good post position, the 12 horse, Stone Smuggler in the 9th for the New York Reds today. All right.
Let's go to Gulfstream. Look at race number 4. And I like the number 1 horse in here, Gemstone Warrior, a 4-year-old gelding who was claimed 2 starts back by trainer Peter Walder. Both races for Walder good enough to get the job done here. This horse has the advantage of breaking from the inside, going 2 turns on that Tapeta. I love the rider switch to Johnny V. I like the 6-1 on the morning line. Number 1, Gemstone, wins today's 4th race out at Gulfstream Park.
All right. In the 4th race, the 1 horse, Gemstone Warrior, number 1, Gemstone Warrior, John Velasquez aboard in the 4th race, the 1 horse at Gulfstream. And we're going to go to Southern California.
Los Alamitos, race number 4, number 7, Big Celebration, a 4-year-old filly from the Louis Menendez barn. This horse's 1 career win came at Los Al, draws a good outside box. This horse is listed at a ridiculous 6-1 on the morning line, way too big a price. I like number 7, Big Celebration, to upset and win today's 4th race out at Los Alamitos.
Well, let's have a big celebration with this horse. In the 4th race, the 7 horse, Big Celebration, is Jonathan Hardoon's play there. Don't forget, Jonathan has 4 sheets today, don't you, Jonathan?
Yeah, Los Al, Gulfstream, Aqueduct, and where else? Oakland.
Where else? Oakland is the track's probably going to be off there too today.
I figured as much. So that's why.
If the weather map is showing us anything, it's going to be raining there today.
That's why I opted for Gulfstream for the radio.
All right, you got it, my man. And again, congratulations for that nice win with your acrobatic horse and jockey the other day. In any case, we will talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks, Ralph. Stay safe and be well.
All right. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, Rich Eng, as we say, is under the weather. So we're going to go right to Bob Mieszerski standing by at Los Al right after this quick break. Don't go away.
Tunnel to Towers helps so many people. As a player of the Mets, I feel like for me, I have a responsibility to give back, especially to a cause that's authentically New York. And I just want to show appreciation for those brave men and women who really do a massive service, not just in New York, but everywhere. Hey, I'm Pete Alonso. Let's go Mets, and let's help the Tunnel to Towers Foundation.
Go to T2T.org for more information about how your donation can make a difference.
Thank you, buddy.
There are many families that need your help. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in their efforts to deliver mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responders families with young children, as well as eradicating homelessness amongst our veterans. Everybody knows where the money's going. Every single dollar. God bless you. Please contribute $11 a month to support their efforts by visiting T2T.org.
Alrighty, back on Race Day Las Vegas. As I say, we're wrapping it up in Southern California until the day after Christmas when Santa Anita opens this weekend with today's card and tomorrow's card at Los Alamitos. So let's get out to Bob Mieszerski standing by for Los Al. Bob, good morning.
Hey, Ralph, how are you today?
I'm doing fine, man. How's the weather down there?
It's overcast right now. It's cloudy, but I'm hoping that it'll burn off by later today and should have a nice day of racing. If we get any rain, it's going to be very light.
Now, let me ask you, you were telling us yesterday that Armando Ayuso is the leading rider right now at Los Alamitos during the thoroughbred meet, and he had a win yesterday. I think he had one win, right, yesterday?
That's correct. He has 5 through the first 4 days.
But now I understand that Heis has given him a 1-day suspension for a whip violation, and he's going to have to serve that. When is that, today or tomorrow?
I have to double check on that. I think it's going to be when Santa Anita starts because he is named on horses today. So I think it's going to be when Santa Anita starts.
Okay, we'll check and make sure. But I thought they were going to hand it to him either today or tomorrow. So if he's got horses today, he's running. It might be tomorrow on closing day. But nevertheless, he still holds the lead right now, and I'm sure he's going to try to pad that today. He's sitting on a lot of live horses today at Los Alamitos. But as much as he is the leading rider there, he does not have him out in the Los Alamitos Futurity, which is surrounded by Triple B. Bob Baffert has 3 in the race of 5.
Yeah, he has 3 of the 5, but I think Gaming is obviously the one to beat. He's 2-5 on Ed Burgart's morning line. He's the most accomplished horse in the race. He was second in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile behind Citizen Bull, which is another Baffert horse. He won a Grade 1 already, winning the Del Mar Futurities. Pratt comes in to ride him. Flavian doesn't ride here that often, but you better pay attention when he does come in, and that's obviously the horse to beat. The horse I think that could upset him is Journalism. I was very impressed with his win for Michael McCarthy last time. They thought enough of the horse to supplement him with this race for $7,500. He's got the right style. Rispoli's back aboard. He rode him in his sprint race. He stretched out and won nicely. So I think he's the main danger. The other Baffert horse that's going to take play is Getaway Car, and I'm just not sure he's as good going 2 turns as he is sprinting.
I would think the Getaway Car would probably get a lot of action because of Juan Hernandez, who is perceived to be the number 1 rider right now for Bob Baffert, and I'm not quite sure he had his choice of mounts because when you're getting Flavian Pratt to ride your other horse, I think you take him. But in any case,
no, absolutely,
I think that's probably why Getaway Car will get see some action today.
Yeah, and of course Juan has done very, very well here. He's won more stakes at this meet than anybody else over the 11 years we've been running. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I respect him, but I just think, like I said, I think he's a little bit better going 1 turn than he is 2 turns. That horse.
All right, Bob, what are we doing today?
Well, I'm going to go to the same race John Hardoon went to, just I like a different horse in there. Number 4, Stellar Cap. She's been fresh, and she hasn't run for almost 3 months. Her best race of her career was over this track, her first time out, so I know she can fire fresh. She's got Steve Knapp in her corner. Of course, he's the leading trainer here, is going to be the leading trainer. I don't think anybody's capable of catching him. He has 6 wins already. So I like number 4, Stellar Cap, in race 4.
Okay, so in the fourth race, number 7, a big celebration is Jonathan Hardoon's horse, and you like the 4 Stellar Cap. I got a Siraco play here again today. The Siraco Exacta box will be the 4774. You are on number 4 Stellar Cap for all the reasons you just said, and of course that's the fourth race right in the middle of the card today at Los Alamitos. I want to remind everybody a big night tonight at Los Alamitos with the 1,000-yard championship race there and the big Champions of Champions quarter horse race later on tonight. And then we wrap it up at Los Al for the thoroughbreds tomorrow, Bob.
Yeah, we do. We have a good 9-race card tomorrow, capped by the King Gloria Stakes at the end. It's a full field of 9 Calbred 2-year-olds going a mile, so that'll wrap up the meet. Looking forward to tomorrow, and of course all the mandatory payouts tomorrow and all the wagers, the pick 5, pick 6, and so on.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Bob. And, of course, if they want to get more of what you have to offer, you have a lot of places to get it.
Yeah, I do selections at todaysracingdigest.com every day for Southern California. Also, I have a graded handicap in the Southern California News Group papers, which include the LA Daily News, Pasadena Star News, Orange County Register, among others.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bob. We will talk to you tomorrow.
Sounds good, Ralph. Have a good day today.
All right. You got it. We're going right now to Jon Lindo standing by in Southern California. And, John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How you doing?
Doing fine, my man. Bob says it's a little misty down there where he's at. How's your position down there in Southern California?
It's cool out here, but the sun's out, so I don't expect any rain to come through the rest of the day. I'm going to guess we're in pretty good shape for racing at Los Alamitos today and tonight with that Champion of Champions there.
All right. Well, Bafford's got it surrounded. What do you think?
The race goes through gaming. I mean, he was a very good second in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. He's got tactical speed. Flavian Prod comes in to ride, like Bob Mieszerski said. I think he just controls the race. If his stablemate wants to go or somebody else has to go to the lead, he is rateable. And I just think the further they run, the better he's going to like it. So he's 2-5 on the program. He's going to be awful tough to beat gaming in the Los Al Futurity. All
right, John, before we get a pick from you for Los Alamitos, we're going to get one from you from Gulfstream, too, because today the Lindo Report covers all the races in Southern California, plus the late pick 5 at Gulfstream. It's all one comprehensive sheet, and it's available only in one place here in Las Vegas at the South Point Racebook, free of charge, complimentary here. And so we'll go and we'll get the Gulfstream Park pick from you first, and then we'll go back to Los Al.
We'll go to the 7th race at Gulfstream, start of the late pick 5. Number 8, Gosker, a first-time starter. Really bred to run long, but this horse has shown good speed in the morning. I love this jockey-trainer combination of Brendan Walsh and Tyler Gaffalione. They've been really good with the maiden special weights, not only here at Gulfstream, but at Keeneland and at Churchill Downs. 4-1 on the morning line. This is a live item. He puts Gaffalione on his live horses here. So race number 7 at Gulfstream Park, number 8, Gosker, 4-1 on the program.
All right, the 8 in the 7th race, which is the start of the late pick 5 there at Gulfstream, and you have a suggested late pick 5 on your Lindo Report. The 8, Gosker, in the 7th race is your pick. Jonathan Hardoon's horse was scratched, ladies and gentlemen. He sent us another pick for Gulfstream Park. Go to the 6th race. He likes the 6th horse, Star of Saturn. Number 6, Star of Saturn, is his other pick at Gulfstream Park. 6th race, the 6. His original pick on the show, the 1 horse, Gemstone Warrior, was scratched. He's a late scratch. All right, now we'll go to Los Alamitos. John, where are we going there?
Well, I fell on the same horse as Bob Mieszerski. I like number 4, Stellar Cap, in race 4, Los Alamitos. Does her best work right there at Los Al, and there is no speed in this race, so I think she'll be right on top of a slow pace and get first run on the closers. 4-1 on the morning line for the leading trainer, Steve Knapp. Number 4, Stellar Cap, race 4, Los Alamitos.
All right, in the 4th race, a lot of action we're going to have in the 4th race. 4th race, you and Bob both like number 4, Stellar Cap, so that gives us the Good Housekeeping handicapper seal of approval in this race when we get 2 handicappers or more landing on the same horse. 4th race, the 4, Stellar Cap. And as I say, we still have the Siraco play here, the 4774 Siraco Exacta box in the 4th, but you and Bob both land on the 4. And don't forget, the Lindo Report available right now here at the South Point, free of charge. Ayuso, is he going to sit today or tomorrow?
He sits tomorrow. No, he has the 1 day off tomorrow, so he won't be riding closing day, so he better open up another win or two to win the jockey standings.
All right. Thanks a lot, John. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yep. Good luck today.
All right, now we're going to go to Jerry Jackowitz standing by. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph.
All right, Jerry. Well, we got a fast racetrack, a cold but fast racetrack today at Aqueduct, and so a nice win yesterday from you there. What are we doing today?
We're going to go to the fifth race today, Ralph. My feature play in the third race, Dot Dollar, was scratched, so I'm going to switch over to my pop-out key, BD Saints. That's the 7-horse in the fifth race for Michael Maker.
Mm-hmm.
We're going a mile here on the dirt. I think this horse has the best of it all the way around. So I'm liking the 7 an awful lot. And I think what we'll do is we'll put the 2, 5, and 6 behind it. So we'll have a play of the 7 over the 2, 5, 6, then reverse 2, 5, 6 over the 7. But the 7, BD Saints, that'll be our pop-out key and featured play, or in this case, just a pop-out key at the Big A.
All right, fifth race at Aqueduct. It is, of course, the last race in the early pick 5 and early pick 4 today. In the fifth race, you like the 7, BD Saint. The 7, link-ups are 2, 5, and 6, and reverse. The 7 is the key in the fifth. Now we'll go to Los Alamitos.
Well,
yeah, I know.
It's going to be a big, like Johnny on the Pony or something. We're all jumping on Stella Cab.
I can see this coming. Go ahead, my man.
You know, I like the 4. Almost, you know, it's like when you go to the window, you used to stand online and you hear someone calling your horse number out. You know, you're the 5th person online and the 4 people ahead of you all call the same number. You go, let me get out of here. But it is the 4 horse over the 1, 2, 7. That's Stellar Cap. You know, it's a horse for course angle that everybody can see. So
right. Okay, the fourth race at Los Alamitos, you also like number 4, Stellar Cat. So you, Bob, and John all on the 4. Your link-ups are 1, 2, and 7, and reverse. Big run going there in the fourth race on Stellar Cat. Power pages for all of Los Alamitos and Aqueduct available right now at the powerpage.com website. We're coming up with Sports by the Book right on the tail of us, and in studio now getting ready are both Alex and Jeff. And all I got to say is, guys, Army-Navy today.
America's game, right?
Yeah.
Most wins combined that Army and Navy had when facing each other ever entering today, with 19 between the two of them. And Army's got a conference championship to boot. So it doesn't matter, though, if Navy beats them today, that they won the American. Navy beats them. Navy's got bragging rights for 365 days.
Yeah, now, but Army really is a good. They're a good team. I mean, they only have one loss, right? To Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's the only loss, and their quarterback's really good. He's got 26 rushing touchdowns on the year, so we'll see. It's going to be tough, but you know these two always play each other really tight.
Yeah, and it's always such a great scene for sure. You know, too.
Yeah,
it's just great.
Just outside of DC, as Alex said, Bryson Daly. So they put out 5th through 10th in the Heisman voting. Yeah. Bryson Daly, Army's quarterback, finished 6th. You know how good of a season a quarterback in Army has to have to finish in the top 10 of the Heisman race? That's how good Bryson Daly was this year.
More to come right here next. Don't go away. Don't do anything. Sports by the Book is next. Jerry, say it, and we'll get out of here.
Have a great race day, everybody.
Stay tuned. Sports by the Book.